So now we will discuss about the data cleaning and preparations in data science. So now we will discuss in this class why data cleaning is very important. So we will discuss the definition of the data cleaning and the methods and the impact of the data cleaning in the data science. So we will see each and everything right now. So no, data cleaning. Now, what is data cleaning? So, data cleaning means it is also so we can call data cleaning also known as data cleansing or data scrubbing. It means for the data cleaning we have two names. We can call the data cleaning as data cleansing or data scrubbing. So this is for this we will see the definition. So what is the data cleaning? Data cleaning means it is the process of identifying and correcting errors, inconsistencies, and inaccuracies within a data set. So, what is this data cleaning means? It is the process of identifying and correcting errors. So, whatever the errors that are present in the data set, in order to that is what it is saying. It's in order to identify that in order to identify and correcting those errors and also inconsistencies and inaccuracies within a data set. So whatever the errors, inconsistencies and accuracies are there within a data set, the process of identifying those things and correcting those things. So that is the definition of the data cleaning. So it is also very important step in the data science and data management. Because in order to ensure the data is accurate and consistent and reliable, which is essential for effective analysis and decision making. So, in order to ensure the data should be accurate and consistent and reliable, it is this data cleaning is very important in order to make effective analysis on the data and also in order to make good decisions on the data. So that's why it is very important. So next one. So now we will discuss what is the importance of data cleaning. So first one, improve data quality. So what is improve data quality? It is very important to clean the data as we reduce the chance of errors. So why this improved data quality is important means in order to clean the data. Why we need to clean the data means to reduce the chances of errors. So whatever the errors that are present in the data set, in order to reduce those chances of errors, cleaning the data is very important. And also inconsistency and missing values. So not only reducing the chance of errors and also to reduce the inconsistencies that is present in the data set and also in order to reduce the missing values also, which makes the data to be more accurate and reliable in the analysis. So if we reduce the chance of errors, inconsistencies and missing the values, then we can able to make the data more accurate and more reliable during the analysis of the data. So that is what the improved data quality. Next one, better decision making. So data cleaning is also very important while taking decisions on the data set, because if you want to make the data consistent and also in order to give the deep insight into the comprehension and also actual information and also in order to minimize the way that the such organizations to make decisions on outdated and incomplete data. It means that if we want to take a better decision, if we want to give a better decision on the data set, then it means we have to minimize the way in such a way that whatever the organization that make decisions, those are very important because such organizations which make decisions on the outdated and incomplete data. So in order to minimize the decisions on outdated and incomplete data, this better decision making is very important. Next one, increased efficiency. So high quality data is efficient to analyze, model, or report on it, where clean data often avoids a lot of parsing type and effort that goes into handling good data quality. So it means we need high quality data. Why we need a high quality data means if you want in order to analyze that data efficiently, and also if we want to analyze the model efficiently, and also if we want to represent if we want to record the data on it, we need the high quality data. So what this high quality data means, it will increase its efficiency. So by increasing its efficiency, we can able to analyze we can able to analyze the model and report on it. And also whereas we can clean data often avoids a lot of person time and effort that goes into handling poor data quality. So by increasing this efficiency on the data, we can able to handle poor data quality. It means we can able to handle the data, we can able to handle good data quality. It means we can turn the good data quality into the high quality data by increasing its efficiency. That is what the third one. Next one, compliance and regular requirements. So there are standard policies that industries and various regulatory authorities set on data quality and by data cleaning. So one can be able to conform with those standards to avoid penalties and legal endangers. Next one, common data cleaning tasks. It means there are some common data cleaning tasks which are very helpful for the data science and data management. So we will see those common data cleaning tasks right now. So data cleaning involves several key tasks. It means if you want to do the data cleaning, means there are there are very so much tasks that we have to do, and also it will involve those important tasks, each aimed at addressing specific issues within a dataset. So uh, we have to address those specific issues within a dataset. Here are some of the most common tasks involved in data cleaning. So we will see what are the common tasks that are involved in data cleaning. So they are the most common tasks that we perform in data cleaning. So first one, handling missing data. So we will see what is missing data in the data set and how to handle those missing data in the data cleaning. So missing data is nothing but the common problems in data sets. So what are the data set that we are having? So the common problems it is nothing but what are the common problems in the data set. We will see what are the common problems in the data sets. So there are some strategies in order to handle missing data. So if you want to handle missing data in the data set, there are some strategies in order to do that. So now we will see first one, removing records. So how to handle missing data means, so first point is removing records. So what do you mean by removing record means? Deleting rows with deleting rows with missing values if they are relatively few and insignificant. So what do we mean by removing record list? So whatever the rows that are having missing values which are related to that record, we have to remove those records which are insignificant. It means which are unimportant and which missing values are related to that record. They are removed. We have to remove those and also imputing values. What do you mean by replacing values? Means replacing missing values with the estimated ones. That is mean, median, or mode of the data set. So what do you mean by imputing values means? So if you want to replace those missing values, we can replace those missing values with mean, median, or mode by performing the statistical analysis from the data set. So by performing the statistical analysis like mean, median, mode, we can able to replace those missing values with this mean, median, mode. Next one, using algorithms. So we can also handle this missing data by using machine learning algorithms like regression, like linear regression and multiple regression, and also and if you want to predict and if you want to fill in missing values. So if you want to fill the values in place of missing values and if you want to predict that model, we will use this machine learning advanced techniques like regressions. So by performing this, by using these algorithms in machine learning, we can able to handle this missing data. So this is the first one, handling missing data. These are the points that are related to handling missing data. Next, removing duplicates. So when we take a data set, those data sets will contain a large amount of data. So from that large amount of data, some of the data sets will contain Some of the data sets will contain unique rows and unique columns and unique data, but most of the data sets contains uh, duplicated data. So, what to why we need to remove this duplicate data, and what is the need to be what is the needed to be, and what is the important point that we need to remove this duplicate PLC? So duplicates can steal analysis and lead to inaccurate results. So by having this duplicate data in this data set, what they do, it will lead to inaccurate results. It means if we are having more and more duplicate data, it will result, we do not get exact results. It will get inaccurate results. So that is what it is saying. And also identifying and removing duplicate results ensure that each data point is unique and accurately represented. So by identifying by identifying and removing those duplicate records, that will lead to the unique and accurately represented. So if you identify those duplicate records and if you remove those duplicate records, it will ensure that whatever the data points that are there, those will become unique and we can able to represent those data accurately. So this is the removing duplicates from the data cleaning. Next one, correcting inaccuracies. So how do we correct inaccuracies from the data set? So data entry errors such as typos or incorrect values need to be identified and corrected. So what should we do this? What should we do during this correcting inaccuracies means we have to identify data entry errors like incorrect values. It means we are giving incorrect values instead of original values. So we need to identify those incorrect values and we have to correct them. So that is the so by correcting those incorrect values, we can able to increase the accuracy. So this can lead to less inaccuracy problem in the data set, and also it can involve cross-referencing with other data sources or using validation rules in order to ensure data accuracy. So if we want to ensure this data accuracy, it will involve cross-referencing with other data sources also, or also by using this validation rules also, it will make the data accuracy. This is the third point. Next one, standardizing formats. So data may be entered in various formats, making it difficult to analyze. So if we enter the data in various formats, so while we entered the data into the various formats, they, every format will having different structure for the data. So in order to analyze those data in various structures, it will create difficult. So while we are entering this data into various formats, it will make complicated to analyze those data. So that is what saying. So in order to overcome that, we will do standardizing. So whatever the formats that we are having, we will do standardizing. So by doing standardizing these formats like dates, address, and phone numbers, it will make consistency and make the data easier to work with. So So standardizing formats like dates, address, and phone numbers. So whatever the dates and addresses and phone numbers that we are given in the data set, we have to standardize them because it should make consistency throughout the data, and also it will make the data easier to work with. So if we want to if we want to work easily with the data, we have to standardize the formats like dates, address, and phone numbers, so that it will ensure the consistency of the data. Next one, dealing with outliers. So how to deal with outliers and what do you mean by outliers? We will see now. So outliers can distort analysis and lead to misleading results. So by having these outliers in the data set, it will lead to misleading the results. It means we will get the inaccurate result, and it means it will give misleading results. So we'll get the inaccurate results. It means we don't get the exact results. So that will this outlier will cause that it will affect this outlier will affect those type of results. And also identifying and addressing outliers either by removing them or transforming the data helps maintain the integrity of the data set. So if we want to maintain the integrity of the data set, what should we do uh, during this dealing with outlier means we have to identify the outliers and also we have to address the outliers. So how to identify and address these outliers means either by removing the either by removing them or changing the data. So by removing and transforming the data, we can able to address outliers and also it will lead to the integrity of the data set. So this is what the dealing with outliers. Next one. Now steps in data cleaning. Now we will discuss what are the steps that are present in the data cleaning. So first one. So data cleaning typically involves the following steps. So it means this data cleaning involves the following steps. First one, assess the data quality. So how to assess the data quality? So now we'll see. So the first step in data cleaning is to assess the quality of your data. So we have in the first step we have to assess the quality of our data by using this data cleaning. So it will involve this involves checking for. So it will check missing values. It means by in order to assess the data quality, it will first of all it will check the missing values whether there are any missing values in the data set are there. So it will identify. It means how to identify this way. How to check the missing values means if you find any blank or null values in the data set that will make the missing values. So how this make missing values can be present means due to various reasons like incomplete data collection, data entry errors, or data loss during transmission. Suppose if you find any incomplete data collection or data entry errors or data loss during transmission, these are the missing values. So due to these reasons, missing values can be found in the data set. So that is the first point. Next one, incorrect values. So we have to check not only the missing values, but also we have to check the incorrect values. So uh, suppose if we enter the incorrect values instead of another values, it will lead to the misleading the results. It means it will not give the exact results. So we have to correct the values. So and also we have to check that values whether they are outside the expected range or outside the expected range or not. So like date field with invalid date. So suppose we enter the date field. So suppose a date field in the data set. Suppose we are entering invalid data. It means we are going out of the date. So that is also incorrect values. So we have to check that incorrect values and also numeric field with non-numeric characters. Suppose we are having numeric field in the data set, but we are giving non-numeric characters. That is also incorrect values. We have to check those them in the data set also. Next one, inconsistencies in data format. So we have to check whether there are any inconsistencies in data format or not. So first one, verify that the data format is consistent throughout the data set. So first of all, what we should do means we have to see what the data format. So whether the data format is consistent throughout the data set or not. So if the data format is consistent throughout the data set, then there is no problem with that. Otherwise, if the data format is inconsistent, we have to apply those things and we have to remove those inconsistent things and we have to make them consistent throughout the data set. Like ensure like dates in the same format. Suppose we are having the format of the dates like year, month, date, and the category values that have inconsistent labels. So by identifying these issues early, it means before accessing the data quality, if you are able to identify those issues early, then by identifying these issues, we can able to determine the extent of cleaning required and plan your approach accordingly. So if you identify and if you rectify those issues early, then we can able to determine the extent of cleaning required. So it means further if we want any extent for cleaning, then we can able to determine that and also plan your approach accordingly. Then you can able to plan our approach accordingly by identifying these issues early. Next one, remove irrelevant data. So what do you mean by irrelevant data means duplicate data or redundant data. So how do we remove this irrelevant data from the data set? We'll see now. So and also we will see what is the important to remove this irrelevant data. So duplicate records can skew analysis reads and lead to incorrect conclusions. So why we need to remove irrelevant data means by having these duplicate records or having irrelevant data from the data set, it will lead to incorrect conclusions. It means we will not get the exact conclusion. We will get the incorrect conclusion. So this deduplication involves first one, identifying duplicate entries. First of all, we have to identify the duplicate entries. So whatever the duplicate entries that are available in the data set, we have to identify those duplicate entries. So how to identify those duplicate entries is by we are having some techniques like sorting, grouping, or hashing. So by using the sorting and grouping or hashing techniques, we can able to identify the duplicate records. Next, removing duplicate records. We can able to identify duplicate entries. So by using the sorting, grouping, and hashing, we can able to identify the duplicate entries. Next one, removing duplicate records. So how to remove duplicate records means. So once you identify the duplicate entries, then you can able to remove them from the data set. So once you identify the duplicate entries from the data set, then after identifying, you have to remove them from the data set so that we can represent the data accurately and we will get the that results. Next one, identifying redundant observations. So how to identify redundant observations means we have to look for duplicate or identical records which we will not add any new information. So we have to identify the records. It means it should not contain any extra information. Next one, eliminating irrelevant information. So how to eliminate this irrelevant information means we have to remove variables. Uh, we have to remove variables or columns from the data set which are not relevant to the analysis. It means if we are doing any analysis on the data set which are not relevant to that analysis, we have to remove those variables or columns, and we should not provide any useful inserts to that. So by removing this irrelevant data, we can able to clutter our data set and also by having this irrelevant data, it will lead to clutter our data set and also it will lead to inaccurate analysis. So by removing this data, it does not contribute meaningfully to your analysis, and also it will help streamline the data set and it also improve our overall quality of the data set. So that is the second point, removing irrelevant data. So by using this removing irrelevant data, we can also we can able to do those type of things from the data set, and also we can able to improve the overall quality of the data that are present in the data set. This is the second. Next one, handling missing data. So how to handle the missing data we will see. So already we have seen what is missing data. So what is missing data means having blank or null values from the data set, that is called missing data. Now we will see how to handle this missing data from the data set. It means we will be having several strategies or several methods in order to handle this missing data. So first one, imputing missing values. It means imputing missing values means by find by finding mean median mode, by replacing those missing values with mean median mode, we can able to do this imputing missing values. So by using the statistical methods like mean median mode, we can able to fill these missing values by replacing this mean median mode. Next one, removing records with missing values. So if you find any missing values or null values from the data set, you just remove those records with the missing values so that we can get the accurate data and we can get accurate results from the data set. Next one, employing advanced imputation techniques. So there are some advanced imputation techniques uh, in the machine learning like regression imputation, k nearest neighbors, or decision trees. So these are the imputation techniques which we can able to impute the missing values. It means by using these algorithms, we can able to handle these missing values from the data set. So this is what the handling of missing data. So see, choose the right strategy which depends on the nature of data and the analysis required. See, this is imperfect data frame and this is the data frame with handling missing values. Why? Because this is why it is imperfect data frame means it is containing duplicate values from the date, score, and age name also, and also in the last column C, in the last row C, null values NaN. It means so this is also null. So by having this, we can call it as imperfect data frame. So despite having null values and having even we are having duplicate data, it will lead to imperfect data frame. So how to handle this means so and also we are having NaN. It means NaN means we are having missing values. So how to handle missing value means by using statistic methods or by replacing values with another one. So we can able to handle. So after handling this missing values, we can never see we can able we never see such redundant data, duplicate data from this data set from name, age, score, and date columns. And also we are replaced this NaN or null value with unknown. So like this, we can able to handle missing values. Next one, normalize data. So what do you mean by normalizing data means reducing the redundancy. It means reducing the duplicate data from the data set. And also, what is this? Wha- what do this normalizing data will do is it will reduce redundancy and it will improve storage efficiency. So whatever the data that are storing in the data it will lead to reduce the duplicated data that are present in the data set and also it will improve the storage efficiency. So how it will occur means first of all it will split the data into multiple tables. So if you split the data into the multiple tables, then redundancy will be reduced. So in DBMS already we have seen this redundancy by splitting data into multiple tables. So whenever you split the data into multiple tables, definitely redundant data will be reduced. It means we are creating, it means we are dividing the data into separate tables. It means we are storing the data into the separate tables. So by using the separate tables, we can able to reduce the we can able to reduce the redundant data. So we can able to improve the storage efficiency and also ensuring data inconsistency. So we have to verify that data is structured in a way that it facilitates efficient querying and analysis. So that is what normalizing data. So see, already we have seen already we have seen one data set. See, um, see this is the data set. Name, age, score, data. Name, age, score, date. So this is the data set. So that is what we are saying. So there are four rows in the data set. Now we are splitting the tables into two tables. See, name, age, date is one table. Name, age, and score is another table. So by splitting those into the separate tables, we are reduced to the redundancy from the data set because this redundancy is related to this redundancy is related to this. So like this, we can able to reduce the redundancy and also we can able to make the efficiency from the data set. This is next one. Identify and manage outliers. So what do you mean by outlier means they are the points which can significantly deviate from the norm and also they can able to distort analysis results. So depending on the concept, we have to choose remove outliers. So how to identify and manage outliers means first one means we have to remove outliers. So we have first of all we have to look into the data set and we have to identify the outliers. After that we have to remove the outliers. So why these outliers are present means due to some data entry errors. Suppose we are entering the data with errors or not representing the population. So because of that, we have to remove them from the data set. So by removing from the outliers, we can able to perform good analysis and also transform outliers. Suppose our data set are having valid outliers. It means they are correct outliers, but they are extreme. It means they are having more than enough data. It means Those data are not useful. At that time, we have to transform those outliers. It means we have to change them. So why we need to change them is in order to minimize their impact on the analysis. So while doing analysis on the data set, it will create an impact on the data set. So in order to minimize their impact on the data set, we have to transform these outliers. So by managing these outliers is a very important in order to obtain accurate and reliable insights from the data. So if we want to obtain accurate and reliable insights from the data, this managing outliers is very important step in data cleaning. So this is imperfect data frame and this is data frame with managed outliers. Go through this and you can able to understand. Next one, tools and techniques. So there are some certain tools which are required for the data cleaning. So we will see first one, software tools. These software tools are very available to aid in data cleaning. So if we want to perform data cleaning, we require some software tools. So we'll see some of the most popular tools. First one is Microsoft Excel. So why do we use this Microsoft Excel use? It offers basic data cleaning functions such as removing duplicates, handling missing values, and standardizing formats. So if we want to remove any duplicates or if we want to handle any missing values and standards formats, we have to use this Microsoft Excel. Next one, open refine. So why do we need this open refine means if we want to specifically do data cleaning and data transformation, we have to use this open source tool, which are designed specifically for data cleaning and transformation. Next one, Python libraries. So we also need these Python libraries, so like pandas and numpys. So what do they provide means it will provide powerful functions for data cleaning and manipulation. So if you want to perform any data cleaning and manipulation, these pandas and numpys particularly provide powerful functions. So whatever the functions that are available, numpy and pandas, they will provide those functions. It means they are very powerful. So in order to do this data cleaning and data manipulation, this Python library is also one of the important software tools in the data cleaning. Next one, R. So what do this R programming mean? It will offer robust packages for data cleaning. So whatever the robust packages that are available in R programming, it will provide for this data cleaning and also it will like deep layer and T layer. So these are the robust packages. So deep layer and T layer are the robust packages which will provide for data cleaning from the R programming. So this is what the tools. Now we will see the techniques. So there are some effective techniques which will involve for the data cleaning like regular expressions. So why do we use this technique? Means it is useful for pattern matching and text manipulation. So if you want to do pattern matching and do text manipulation, these regular expressions are one of the techniques in order to do pattern matching and text manipulation. Next one, data profiling. So it will examine what do this data profiling do means it will be examine the data in order to understand its structure. So if you want to understand the structure of the data from the data set, we have to use data profiling and also, if we want to understand the structure, content, and the quality of the data, we need this data profiling technique. Next one, data auditing. So, why do we need this data auditing? Means in order to check the data for errors and inconsistencies. So, if we want to systematically check the data for errors and inconsistencies. So, in order to check whether there are any errors and inconsistencies in the data, in order to check them systematically, we need this data auditing technique. So why do we need this data auditing? Means systematically checking for data for errors and inconsistencies. So this is what we have. Now we will see challenges in data cleaning. So there are also challenges that are present in the cleaning and data cleaning. We will see now volume of the data. So what is the volume of the data? Means large amount of data from the data set. Suppose we are having large data and huge amount of data in the data set. So if you want to clean those huge amount of data and also if you want to clean and because of the sheet size. So if you want to maintain large data set and if you want to clean those greater sets, it is a problematic task because it will take a lot of time in order to perform data cleaning for the large amount of data sets. So for that we are having efficient techniques and tools in order to handle big data cleaning tasks. So if we want to handle big data cleaning tasks, this we there are some efficient techniques and tools. So by using these techniques and tools, we can able to handle those big data cleaning tasks. Next one, complexity of data. So complexity of data. Data from diverse sources may have different structures and formats, making it difficult to clean and integrate. So we are having data from various sources. So if you want to clean and integrate those data from the various sources, it is very complicated because we don't know the structure of various sources of the data, and also we don't know how it will vary from source to source. So in order to handle those and also in order to clean and integrate those type of data, it is very complex task, and also it will take a lot of time complexity. Next one, continuous process. It means performing data cleaning is not a one-time task. We have to go, we have to do this process continuously. So by, if you by doing this data cleaning only one time, uh, it will not say that we have reduced error, but but in some cases we have to manage huge amount of their data. So at that time we have to continue this process as long as we get the correct data and as long as all the irrelevant data are removed. So as new data is collected, it needs to be continually cleaned and maintained. So whenever you take the new data, at that time we have to do this data cleaning continuously and we have to maintain this data. So these are the challenges in data cleaning. So we have seen what is data cleaning and what are the various steps and challenges and techniques, tools and techniques, and and we have seen those steps in the data cleaning. So we have finished the theoretical part of the data cleaning. In the next, we will see the practical coding. In the next, we will see the practical coding session. So by seeing that, we can able to know how to perform this data cleaning from the various data sets. So, so this is the data cleaning. So in the next, we will see the practical practical data cleaning by the code. So this is what the data cleaning and how it impacts the data science and data management.